welcome back to my channel, Felts in Love. Just wanted to come on today and show a little tutorial of some bow making and some envelope making, some things that I've been working on. This is not my design. I got this from Septeria 18. If you've never seen her channel, you need to go out and check her out. She does wonderful paper crafting tutorials. I just absolutely love her, and I will link her channel in the description box below if you want to check out her tutorials. But this is where I got my tutorials from. Here's some little bows that I made. I don't know if you've seen my previous videos, and if you haven't, you can go out there and check them out. But I had talked about how I didn't like the dies and having to go through all the hassle of cutting out little pieces, and it just taken forever to drag out a machine and do all of that. I'd rather just have some paper punches, and I didn't have a paper punch for a bowl, and I wanted one and an envelope, but the envelope little punch is very expensive, and I didn't want to pay that money, and I haven't seen a bow one to punch out bows. So I happened to run across her tutorial where she actually used a envelope punch board. And I think mine's a little bit bigger than hers, so I had to do a little bit of adjusting on the measurements. But it's kind of like earlier in the week I watched a video of the Mad Scrapper, and she was saying, why reinvent the wheel? And I've talked to my friend Laura, hey Laura if you're watching, about how we hate the math part of any kind of project, where neither one of us are math people. We don't like trying to figure out the math on how to make these things. So if somebody else has already done the math and they've perfected it, then I'll just watch the tutorial and I'll follow them. And if I have to make tweaks, which I did here, then I can do that. I just don't want to figure out all of the little little math parts of it. But then she also showed how to make an envelope, a little tiny envelope. And I make my little cards to go in my boxes for my customers. And, you know, they're small, very small cards. And I wanted to really put them in an envelope, because if I don't, they're like this and they flop open, and it's hard to close the box and keep the box closed, because I like to tuck these inside the box. So this envelope that she made was just the perfect size to fit my little cards in. So I'm going to show you how to make these little envelopes. And then what I do to decorate my envelopes is I put a little sticker on the front like this. But I was actually thinking these bows would be pretty. You could stick these bows on the front, and that would be real pretty as well. But I usually just stick a sticker on the front like that, and then on the back I stick a sticker to kind of seal it. And that's my little card that I'm going to put in with the little needle felted animals that I ship out. So I'm going to show you how to do this today. I know she's a lot better at explaining it than I am, but I'm going to try here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you how to make the bow. And what you need is a 6-inch, it's 6 inches long by, and I had to adjust because on her tutorial she said 3/4 of an inch, which was not wide enough for my punch board, so I made this an inch wide. So this is an inch wide by 6 inches long. And we're just going to get our envelope punch board here, and we're going to line it up to the 1/4 mark. I'll use my little there's the 1/4 mark is right here, and we're going to line this up to the 1/4 mark, and we're going to punch. And then we're going to flip it over. And again, we're going to line it up to the quarter line. And we're going to punch. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other end. The quarter line and punch. Flip it over. The quarter line and punch. Then we're going to move it to the 3-inch. We're going to line this piece up to the 3-inch mark right here. And we're going to punch. We're going to flip it over and do the same thing. 3-inch and punch. And then we're going to have a piece that looks like this. And then we're going to flip it on each side. And then you're going to try to line up and kind of get it in the middle. I've kind of figured out if I have this little notch lined up here, and you just kind of look at the middle punch, try to line it up so you can make it as even as possible. I know it's not perfectly even, but you get kind of like a little fishtail here. And I just really kind of eyeball it. It does pretty good. So then you're going to have this piece like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take I'm going to use a crochet hook. Something that's, you know, got a round. And you're going to shape your bow. Going to kind of bow it out here. And then what she did is she put both ends together. She kind of wrapped it around like this. You're going to kind of push this end in and then bring this back out. But she put a glue dot right here in the middle and put both of them together like this. That didn't work very well for me because I've got little mini dots. So what I ended up doing is just putting a mini dot on each side. So I took one and I'm going to put one right here on this side. And then I'm going to put one on this side. Whoops. Where it's going to fall down like that. And then I'm going to bring both sides in until they meet up like this. Kind of press down a little bit. And then you have your bow. And what I've been doing is just taking that same little crochet hook and kind of fluffing the bow back out a little bit, because I kind of smash it when I just kind of push down on it a little bit and kind of push it back out. And then you're going to put something in the center. Let me move this out of the way. All my little pieces here. Whoops, I had a crash. And then I'm going to put a little jimmy here in the middle. And I've got several here that I wanted to try. And now I can't find them. What did I do with them? Here they are. I'll try this one. And just put a little gem or a Nuvo drop or whatever you want in the middle. I thought this one would be cute with the balloons, like for a birthday package or something like that. But I think they turn out super cute, and they would be cute on an envelope. Like if it was a birthday card, or you put some money in there and you had this little bow on there, it would be really cute. And then I'm going to show you how to make the envelope. Now the envelope is just a piece of paper, and I went ahead and cut it to save time, but it's 4 inches by 3 inches, so it's 4 inches long by 3 inches wide. And then we're going to get our little scoreboard out here and move all of this out of the way. And we're going to take the scoreboard, and we're going to, on the 3-inch side, we're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 1/4. And this is going to give us our little lip to glue down. And then we're going to flip it over to the 4-inch side, and we're going to score it at 1 1/2 and 3 1/4. So you're going to have something that looks like this. Put that up. And then on this short end, we're going to remove both these sides. So you're just going to cut up all the way up to the score line there. You're going to cut that piece off, and you're going to do the same thing on this side. You're going to cut all the way up, cut that off. Then you're going to angle cut here on the corners. On both sides. And then you're going to have something that looks like this. And then you're going to fold these sides in, because we're going to glue those down. And then you're going to fold this up. And then this is going to be your closing flap. So you have your little envelope that looks like this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to notch this. And I'm going to use my little inch oval here. It's my go-to for any kind of notches. And we're going to go ahead and notch this. And I just eyeball it. I know I'm not I know I'm not going to get it perfectly centered, but just my little notch. And then we're going to round these corners, and I've got this little 1-inch corner rounder that I really like. And we're just going to round these corners. And then we have something like this. And now we're going to glue, I'm going to get my little cat mat here, and we're going to glue these sides down. Now you can use double-sided tape or anything that you like to use to glue down, but I just find that the glue, it just holds so much better than the double-sided tape for things like this, so I just use the glue. And then you're just going to fold this back up. And I like to use paper clips to hold these down while they dry. It does make a little bit of an indentation, but I'm okay with that. I just want to get a good closure here. So we're going to let that dry for a minute. And I'll show you what I've done with some cards while that's drying. I had showed you how I made my cards previous with those little cards that I got from Shein. And so I also got these little washi. Y'all know how I love my washi tape. And I got these little booklets from Shein that have all these different washi tape stickers in them. And there's so many pretty sceneries and pretty flowers. Like, I love this. And these fit perfectly. I think I'm going to use this one with the moon and the clouds. But it fits perfectly on here. So you just take and they're real easy to peel off. Just take that off, and I try to line up, but I'm not very good at getting these on real straight. As you can see, I'm already kind of going crooked here. You might have to pull up on it a few times to get it on straight. That's what I normally have to do. I don't ever get it on the first time. Of course, I wouldn't get it on camera the first time either. Get some of that bubbles out there. And that just fits on there just perfectly. I just love how that turns out. And then I just put like a little thank you. Like I have different thank you washi tapes. And on this one, I used some of these blue cards that are also like these white ones, but the blue one. And I thought it was real pretty when you put this down here. That blue comes through on this white, on the thank you. So it makes the thank you look blue. And I thought that was really cool. And so what I normally do is I just cut this out. And of course my cutting is not real straight. You could use your a cutter or something to get it straight. And then I just put some, I might have to cut one of these off to get that in there. And then I just use my double-sided tape. And I just stick it on there like this. Like that. And then I just write a sentiment in here and put another sticker there. And then we'll see if this is dry. Okay, I had a mishap with my other envelope, so I made another one. So here's an envelope, and then our card that we made will slip right down in there like this. And it'll close, and we can put a bow or a sticker or whatever we want on there. And it looks really cute, looks really pretty. I really like these bows and these little envelopes. So Septira18 did me a great favor by putting these tutorials out there. So now I know how to make a bow and a little envelope for my cards, and I didn't have to spend any extra money. It was things I already had. I already had the envelope punch board, and so it worked out really well for me. So thank you. If she's watching, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But that's my tutorial for today. If you like this content, please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and helping my channel grow. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.